past couple of years, Jennifer Lopez has become hated more and more by the general public and her fellow stars. So with that in mind, here's why every single celebrity hates Jennifer Lopez. Now, one reason a lot of celebrities hate her is because she's barely a real singer. Sure, she can perform and dance, but she's been known to lip sync her songs. Now the thing is though, she barely even sings on her own songs. Yep, J.Lo has been caught time and time again of using other artists' vocals and passing them off as her own. Singer Natasha Ramos has exposed herself as being the voice from J.Lo's 2002 single, Jenny from the Block. Natasha said, "I don't know what year, 2001, 2002, I was able to sing a reference track for Jenny from the Block for Jennifer, so I recorded it for her, she loved it. They said they wanted to keep me on there and sing background vocals for some of the songs on the album. So she did go into the studio and record some background vocals over mine, but I'm convinced they turned her background vocals all the way down because it sounds almost identical to the reference track. The laugh you hear on the song is my laugh. The person saying from the Bronx, that's my voice." And in another post, Ramos clarified that she sang the Jenny from the Block hook, but that she was unsure how much of J.Lo's voice was used on the single. In the album's credits and J.Lo's thank you note, Natasha admitted that she was acknowledged, but that financially she wished that she had been taken care of a little more. She has since revealed that she was paid only $3,500. "I was definitely taken advantage of, but what are you gonna do now?" she said. Now Natasha isn't the only artist whose vocals J.Lo has tried to pass off on her own. Her songs like Play and the I'm Real remix feature prominent reference vocals from Christina Milian and Ashanti. Now Jennifer and Ja Rule's music video for the song I'm Real remix, J.Lo reused Ashanti's reference track vocals on the song and passed them off as her own. Instead of J.Lo re-recording the song, she left the demo vocals on the song and failed to credit Milian or Ashanti. Then there's also the fact that she steals music from other artists and passes it off as her own. When J.Lo dropped her debut album on the 6th in summer 1999, If You Had My Love was a huge success, but it received backlash from singer Shantae Moore. Shantae had a near identical song called If I Gave Love, recording a year prior in 1998. Now both songs were written and produced by Rodney Jerkins, and it's been said that J.Lo's then boyfriend Diddy pressured Rodney to write a near identical song. Then, in 2005, Usher claimed that J.Lo stole a song that he cast aside while recording his hugely successful album called Confessions. Usher claimed that J.Lo's singer Get Right is actually a re-recorded version of Ride, a song that he co-wrote the year before, which was only available online. He said, "I hate it, but I better get some of the publishing rights or else. I didn't put it on my album because I couldn't get it right, but I didn't expect J.Lo just to take it." And then J.Lo actively tried to ruin Mariah Carey's career, so of course Mariah pretends not to know her. Now Mariah slams her ex-husband, Tommy Mulata, the then chairman and CEO of Sony Music Entertainment, in her memoir, accusing him of trying to ruin her career and getting Jennifer involved. She said after she played a new song to Sony after she and Tommy ended their relationship, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label, aka J.Lo. Now things actually got a bit worse and even more obvious, as Mariah had just recently worked on an exciting collab with Ja Rule, who Tommy also convinced to do a song with J.Lo. While J.Lo's I'm Real remix enlisted Ja Rule, Mariah was forced to change the song sample and bring in another rapper for her own remix, choosing Da Brat. So, as you can tell, J.Lo doesn't seem to have that much respect for other artists and is okay shamelessly stealing from them, which is just gross. Now, Jennifer Lopez isn't the most kind when it comes to speaking about other actors. In 1998, she did an interview that very well could have ruined her career. Now, she was asked about her fellow celebrities, and she was just straight up rude. At the time, she was 27 years old and fresh off the success of her film Selena, so it seems like the fame went to her head. When talking about Salma Hayek, she said, in part, "It makes me laugh when she says she got offered Selena, which was an outright lie. If that's what she does to get herself publicity, then that's her thing." On Gwyneth Paltrow, she said, "Tell me what she's been in. I swear to God, I don't remember anything she was in. Some people get hot by association. I heard more about her and Brad Pitt than I ever heard about her work." On Winona Ryder, she said, "I was never a big fan of hers. In Hollywood, she's revered. She gets nominated for Oscars, but I've never heard anyone in public or among my friends say, 'Oh, I love her.'" And finally, on Madonna, she had this to say, "Do I think she's a great performer? Yeah. Do I think she's a great actress? No. Acting is what I do, so I'm harder on people when they say, 'Oh, I can do that, I can act.' I'm like, hey, don't spit on my craft." Yeah. Yikes. Now, J.Lo's reputation was severely damaged, and the actor said she cried for hours when the interview was published. "I was so misquoted and taken out of context, and it's a sore subject for me," she told Vanity Fair 3 years later. "It gave me a lot of notoriety in the moment, and then it made a lot of people in the industry really off," she said. "I didn't realize that my words could impact people that way." But there's also the fact that she's been called out multiple times by celebrities for being rude and fake. At first, she and Jenna Dewan seemed to get along just fine when they both appeared on NBC's World of Dance. The reality dance competition, which premiered in 2017, saw J.Lo taking on the role of executive producer and a judge, while Jenna act as a host and a mentor. Now, the pair, who are both dancers, never showed any signs of animosity on the small screen, but according to OK Magazine, the vibe was very different behind the scenes. Jenna can't stand Jen's over-the-top theatrical fakery, the outlet quotes an unnamed source saying. Jen never fails to ham it up when the cameras are rolling, and she hijacks the show. It seems she'd prefer if Jenna just stayed in the background. Every situation, even off camera, is micromanaged by J.Lo, and Jenna feels excluded, the insider concluded with. And finally, we have her love life. Now, J.Lo's love life has been quite complicated, with her being engaged 7 different times and married for a total of 4 times. Now, it's a lot, and she always flaunts her relationships around. But people really had an issue though when she got back together with Ben Affleck and got married to him. Now, they did get divorced last year, and a lot of people saw it coming, but something that shocked a lot of people was how J.Lo spoke about their relationship and revealed their private moments to the world. In Jen's documentary about her newest album, Ben pops up multiple times, but it's mostly due to him speaking about how uncomfortable he is with everything. Now, the documentary is actually named after a scrapbook Ben gifted Jennifer for Christmas in 2021, stacked with every letter and email they'd written each other over the last 20 years. Now, Jennifer showed this book to her producers and songwriters on the first day of making her album without asking or even telling Ben. "It became like our Bible," J.Lo says in the doc. "We just left it in the studio," and Ben is just so shocked that Jennifer would share something so personal with her collaborators, and of course with the whole world, which he wasn't very happy about. In a confessional, he says, "I did really find the beauty and poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told," he told the cameras. "And if you're making a record about that, then that seems like kind of telling it." He said, "When Jen and I broke up before, the catalyst for that was this massive amount of scrutiny around our private life. I had a very firm sense of boundaries around the press, while Jen, I don't think, objected to it the way I did." Still though, he was optimistic this time around, and for a while Ben got swept up in it. But her obsession with the limelight and need to parade their love around really didn't sit right with Ben after a while. Not to mention that Jennifer exposed his private love letters to her, and later in her documentary, Jen acknowledged that she's aware of Ben's discomfort, but didn't seem willing to do much to improve things for him. "I don't think Ben is very comfortable with me doing all this," she said. "But he loves me, he knows I'm an artist, and he's gonna support me in every way he can, because he knows you can't stop me from making the music I made. He doesn't want to stop me." It seems like Jen didn't really want to change her ways, which is why their first relationship ended in the first place, and was probably the reason for the breakdown of their marriage. Well, that's all for our video about why every single celebrity hates Jennifer Lopez. Now, are you a fan of J.Lo? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time.